What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge. Before we get started, let's click subscribe, turn on your notifications, like and comment on these videos. Love to hear your thoughts on what we're talking about here at the Sooner Surge. And today we're talking about a congratulatory achievement from two Sooners this past week against the University of Tulsa. Offensive players Dillon Gabriel and Nick Anderson rewarded. Dillon Gabriel was the offensive player of the week, and Nick Anderson, the newcomer of the week. So if you look back at those numbers these guys are putting up, great numbers last week, and maybe even under the radar. Dillon Gabriel went 28 of 31, a 90.3 percentage as far as completion percentage, actually setting a single game record, single season game record for the University of Oklahoma. So Dillon Gabriel is cementing himself as a different guy this year. And I think you can kind of credit that to the three P's. He's playing with patience, he's got pocket awareness, and he's definitely has got the precision. So those are three things. As far as progression, we could add another one in there. Dillon Gabriel is making progressions better. He's definitely in the pocket for a little longer and staying in there. And when he is scrambling, he made a play the other day against the University of Tulsa where he scrambled outside the pocket and made a completion on a big third down. Didn't just look to take off. So if he can extend plays, guys, if he can extend plays and find some of these receivers that they have there, the numbers are going to continue to go up. And we talked about this yesterday on the video we did about key takeaways, but his yards are up, which means he's looking down the field more. He's spreading the ball around. The number of targets, receivers that he's throwing to is up. So Dillon Gabriel, outstanding performance against the University of Tulsa. Great completion percentage, thrown for 421 yards as well with 5 TDs. He has really put up huge numbers, Heisman-esque numbers, guys, for Dillon Gabriel. And for that to come out of my mouth is kind of surprising with where Sooner fans kind of thought Dillon Gabriel might be. He has definitely made leaps and bounds and strides and improvements. And kudos to Dillon Gabriel on that. And I hope this continues because we talked about the fact that Jackson Arnold would be there behind him, maybe pushing him to be a better version of himself. And really, Dillon Gabriel has delivered in a strong way this season. And let's hope that continues as they get into a road test here at Cincinnati, that he would continue to put up these big numbers and lead the offense and play well. The newcomer in the Big-12, really not a guy that's a new guy at all to Sooner fans. He's been with the program for a few years, but has really not gotten on the field due to not really his own fault. It's been of injuries and things that have held him back. And Nick Anderson, a guy that really, if you talk to Sooner fans, if you talk to Sooner coaches, if you talk to Sooner players, they have all talked about the ceiling and the potential that Nick Anderson has had. He just hasn't been able to deliver on the field because of bang-ups and injuries and things like that. You go back to bowl season last year, guys, and a lot of people, receivers, talked about Nick Anderson and the type of receiver he could be. We really thought he was going to get in that bowl game and deliver, but really didn't get much time in that game. Never got really any targets thrown his way. And this year has slowly been making an impression out there on the field. And Saturday was the biggest impression he's made since he stepped foot on campus. The guy's physicality is second to none. His physique is there. He looks the part, and he's showing the part now. As you saw on Saturday, 3 touchdowns. There was a guy that used to play in the NFL, and all he ever did was catch touchdowns, a guy by the name of Chris Carter. Not saying that's who Nick Anderson is like, but that seems to be what he's doing a lot of right now, is catching touchdowns. And on those plays, on 2 of those 3 touchdowns, guys, it was yards after the catch. The long touchdown down the sideline that Arnold threw an absolute dot to a laser. Jackson Arnold put that there in front of him. Nick Anderson ran underneath it, broke the tackle as the guy was diving at his legs. That size that he has is different. He's a different receiver. He brings things that some of the other guys don't bring. He's a great complement to some of the other receivers there at the University of Oklahoma. And on his other touchdown, one of his other ones, you guys remember this play where he caught a short pass and was able to stiff arm a guy into the ground and take one, make a house call there at Chapman Stadium. Nick Anderson, guys, if he can continue these strides that he is making, he's going to be a legitimate force to be reckoned with on third downs, on red zones, a guy that Dillon Gabriel is going to continue to probably trust even more because he has provided. Congratulations to Dillon Gabriel. Great performance. And Nick Anderson, great performance on Saturday. Very deserving of these offensive accolades. And let's hope it continues, Sooner Nation. Drop your comments, guys, there in the chat about your thoughts on Dillon Gabriel and Nick Anderson. If you're not subscribed, do so. Till next time, guys. Boomer.